Wrestling at the NCAA championships is something you dream about as a little kid, and I know I always dreamed about it. And way back when, I didn't know how tough it was. I always said I was going to be a 4-time national champ, and all this stuff. And I'd tell my dad that, and he'd say, "Yeah, well, you work hard, and we'll see, we'll see what happens."
Yeah, the nationals are different than anything else I've ever wrestled in. You're in like a huge arena, and there's thousands of people just all screaming, and if something good happens, it doesn't matter if they're your fans or fans from a different school. If you provide excitement, they'll all be cheering for you.
This weekend was one of the most physically, mentally, and emotionally draining weekends of my life, and every match took its toll. You go in with the same mindset, but you definitely prepare differently. Mentally, it's the same preparation, but physically, you just got to rest your body. That's why we did so well. We were much better prepared than a lot of teams out there. So,
before my round of 12 match this year, I thought to myself about how I felt after I won it the year before, and how much I wanted that feeling again, to experience that feeling. So that's how I went into my round of 12 match this year. It was just thinking back, man, that felt so awesome to do it last year. I got to do it again this year. Making it through that match was just, as soon as I won it, it kind of hit me. I got a little choked up, and I went and gave Cody and Coach Rogers both big hugs. I'm not a really emotional person, but those two moments are just two different times in my life when I was on the verge of tears almost, just because I was so happy.
It hadn't really hit me that hey, I'm a Division I All-American. My brother, Matt, his goal his whole life, ever since he started wrestling, was to be a Division I All-American, and he just worked his butt off for that. Now that the tournament's over and I am an All-American, it's really sinking in now, and I'm pretty happy about that.
The first time you kind of doubt yourself, and you really never know if you're going to be an All-American, and you never know you're going to make it past that hump. And when you finally do, it's the greatest feeling, because no one can take that away. You're a Division I All-American, but this time was great. I mean, placing third in the country. I've never placed higher than 6th place, and it was just, all those 5 years of hard work and waking up at 6:30 in the morning to come over here and run sprints and lifting weights, and all the blood, sweat, and tears that were shed in this room, just all coming to an end. And Cody is kind of like a father to me in a sense. He's been there, and he's someone that I really look up to and respect, and he's developed me as a wrestler and as a person, as a student athlete. And it was real emotional, just kind of giving him a final hug and a final farewell on the mat, being that I'll never wrestle again for American University. So it was huge. It was real emotional for me.
The way that Coach Cody taught things and acted towards us, he didn't just act like a coach. He was our friend, and he always provided guidance, sort of like a father figure type too. Just to tell him about how great of a coach he was, and how much he affected me the past 4 years, and how much success I had, and that I thought that American University was the only place that I could have had that success because of the way that he coached me.
When I first came in, could never have thought that I would be up there with Josh Glenn, names like Josh Glenn and Daniel Waters and Musafar. But just working hard and listening to everything Cody said, it really works. He wants the best for us, and he expects the best for us, and he and with that, he knows he saw me as a one-time Maryland State champ. Not highly recruited out of high school, and he saw my heart and he saw my work ethic and said, I can turn him into a champion, and that's what he does with all of us.